Hey, what's up, State Tuners? Welcome back to another.
Well, hello, everybody.
Well, I like to switch it up every week on you. You never know what type of intro I'm going to do this time around.
I can care less, buddy. I'm down at the beach and I'm feeling good.
How is it? How's it going down there?
Good. I have to say, Avalon, New Jersey, pretty proud of all the Eagles fans down here, buddy. I tell you what, it's some good people down here.
I'm surprised. I don't know. Whenever I hear New Jersey, I think of the New York Giants. Even though they're New York,
Not South Philly, buddy. Don't you disrespect my boys. These South Jersey people know how to rock and roll up here. I'll tell you that much.
So
Hey,
go ahead.
Hey, senor. Juan, shut up.
Did he sneak in your luggage?
He did, the prick.
Did he bring any of the Corona?
He's drinking all my shit. Get back in there. All right, enough of that idiot.
Wow, that sounded like some abuse right there. Was that the Clintons again?
It is. He was part of an island. I'm not going to say anything further because I don't want to go miss.
Yeah,
but we got preseason football tonight, buddy. The Eagles are playing. I know everybody's pumped up down here against the Ravens.
Yeah. I've been busy all week. Did they say if Carson or any of the starters are playing tonight?
No, I was just wondering that. I said it's going to be exciting to see. I mean, this would be the third preseason game, so you would figure some starter work, right?
Well, you would, but would you be against them not starting Wentz at all this preseason? I mean, he's healthy.
No, I wouldn't care about Wentz, but I'd like to see D-Shax out there a little bit.
Yeah.
I like Miles Sanders get some more touches. I like to see the first-team offense except for Wentz. I also wouldn't be opposed to seeing Wentz out there for maybe 4 plays.
Yeah.
Set it down and hand stop twice and maybe throw one outlet pass. Yeah. I don't want to see him get hurt or killed, but, it is what it is. I know there's a lot of Eagles fans down here, brother. It's amazing.
Did you happen to see what let us down. Did you happen to see what Earl Thomas, the safety from the Ravens, said about Wentz?
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, wow.
I don't know the exact words, but I don't know if you have the quote there. But, yeah, I was pretty impressed.
He basically said that he puts Wentz up there with the elite quarterbacks.
Right.
And you know what?
Right, maybe we can get some fan preview down here on that, later, because I read the article. I remember he said, I don't know if it was elite, but I remember he said he was like a top quarterback and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, safety Earl Thomas is no joke.
Oh, yeah.
I'm seeing him on the Ravens, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if he's going to have the same dynamic as the Seahawks.
Yeah.
But.
And, I mean, he always strikes me as someone that doesn't pull punches. He's a straight shooter.
Oh, he's always been a straight shooter, yeah. I mean, he has contract issues, but even handled that pretty well compared to what we're going through now with all these clowns. Especially cowboy clowns, Jesus.
Yeah, Jalen Smith getting signed.
I wanted to ask you, Zeke who?
Listen, obviously, I hate the Cowboys. I hate Zeke. That was funny. And then for Zeke and his agent to say, oh, we're disrespected. Shut up.
Right.
Stay down, Cabo.
Well,
man.
when you have to act like a circus clown and you act like a circus clown, I guess.
Exactly.
You should be treated like.
And I liked what Jerry Jones. I liked what Jerry Jones said the next day. He goes, hey, pretty much the time I put into this team, I deserve to basically joke around like that, So,
right. Well, he's a good team.
Yeah.
It just goes to show. I mean, finally Jerry Jones is acting normal, which I hate to say, because I like when he's a freaking clown, because he's been ruining the Cowboys for years. But he's actually acting like a professional owner now and doing things right. And I just think it's time for Zeke to go. I really do.
Yeah.
I think he has Le'Veon Bell complex, and I think Le'Veon Bell put this stigma out there, and people are going to be holding out. And I hope Zeke holds out the whole time.
Yeah.
I really do.
And I mean, we're
because
seeing...
I think he's a clown. And we all know, and I said in past shows, on how I feel about these contracts.
Yeah.
And
I
understand want more money for playing good, but you agreed to the original contract, so it is what it is.
And you said about the Le'Veon Bell stigma. I mean, you're seeing it in with the Chargers with Melvin Gordon. Sounds like he's going to sit out well into the season until he gets a new contract.
Well, I heard now there's a big trade rumors and possibilities on where he can go.
Well, I know when this very, very first started, he requested a trade, and they kind of laughed at it and say they're not going to trade him, which I wouldn't trade him at all. Well, one, like you said, you signed a contract, play that contract. I'm not going to, okay, you don't want to eat your potatoes, your vegetables, okay, that's fine, go dump them. No, screw that, I
agree. If you sucked, you could have got cut, but they still would have been on the hook for their guaranteed money. I don't see how you can sit out and say, well, I deserve more money now.
Yeah.
Well, no, the contract signed because you were fucking ecstatic when you were a rookie, weren't you?
Yeah.
And you signed that contract. So it just bothers me. I understand where the players are coming from. They want their more money. But if it's not feasible, honor your contract and then move on when it's time.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this holdout and drama bullshit.
Now, going back to the Eagles preseason game tonight, if Wentz doesn't start, I would like to see McCown play at least a half, if not 3/4 of the game.
It's funny you said that, buddy. I was thinking the same thing, and I know he's fresh in the offense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, all right, here, I just had a brain aneurysm, and I'm thinking, can we afford for him to get hurt?
That's true, because honestly, the next quarterback
throw
out
my
there,
freaking Thompson, Thinkson.
Well, you know what?
The joke quarterback out there and let him get racked.
Everybody's a lot of the Eagles writers are saying how he's improving the past 2 weeks. Listen, that first week.
Well, how can you not? That's like saying you can throw a golf ball 2 inches. Well, if you throw it a foot, of course it looks like you're freaking improving. Dude, that first game was horrendous. He looked all right the second game.
Yeah.
But that first game, brother, I wanted to go out there and kick him.
And you remember how I gave our rookie wide receiver a nickname, and I was like, oh, no, because, that's Jaworski's name?
Yeah, Jaws. Yeah. You're a moron.
That's really his nickname. Not Jaworski. The new kid. It's all over the... Dude, I'll send you all the Eagles groups, the NBCSports.com articles. That's his nickname, is Ja.
No, fine. Nobody's calling J.J. Whiteside Jaws. Jaws is Ron Jaworski. We'll ask an Eagles fan when we get him on later.
All right, so...
Because I'm going to be live later, and we're going to go out and talk to some people in Avalon.
Okay. All right, so do you have any preseason picks other than the Eagles game tonight? Do you want to go over?
Yeah, I was wondering what your ideas were. There's a good one tonight. And there's the Giants versus the Bengals tonight at 7.
Okay.
I'm going to go Giants. There's the Panthers and Patriots.
Oh, that could be a good game, even though it's preseason.
Right. I'd like to see it. The other top games I want to see is Jaguars and Dolphins, Packers, Raiders. Saints and Jets will be interesting.
Yeah.
And then, the rest of the rest. But what are you feeling on the... Well, let's get your pick tonight for the Eagles-Ravens. What are you going with?
Well, obviously, me and the youngest are Eagles fans, and then the wife and the oldest are Ravens fans. I told the boys if they behave, they can stay up and watch it. I'm hoping the Eagles win or are winning in the very, very beginning, so I don't have to send the oldest to bed early, because he is as bad of a trash talker as me and you are. Even when even when say Philly's playing the Cincinnati Bengals, he'll be rooting for the Bengals, even though they're in the Ravens division.
Right. Well, that's the stupidity of younghood,
What about what was the Giants game?
That was the new wife.
Oh, it's
Didn't
good.
she understand that when she got married, she becomes an Eagles fan?
Well, and you know what the funny part was, and we'll get into this a little bit. The oldest was in the living room with us, and I said, "Hey, Andy," I said, after the Super Bowl, I said, "There's a new football league coming out the following week," and she was kind of starting to fall asleep a little bit. Pops up, she's like,
right.
"Wait, there's football year round?" I said, "Yes, ma'am."
Yeah, Hopefully, it does a lot better than that.
Yeah, and I think it will. I hope it does. Because, I mean, Vince, obviously, he's a very smart businessman to have wrestling around for how long it is now. And the amount of money he's already put into it, even... I don't think me and you were recording together yet, but when AAF was having their money problems, Vince actually sold like 5% of his stock to put more money into his league just to make sure it stays afloat. Right. So it sounds like he's doing it the right way this time around and not the, hey, run at the ball at the 50-yard line and break your collarbone.
Right.
So...
Speaking of which, didn't they release team names?
Yes, they did.
For the XFL? Oh, why don't you enlighten us?
So, yeah, they did this big, long reveal. I believe it was Wednesday. And the team names, because we already knew the cities where they were playing, but the team names are Dallas Renegades, the Houston Roughnecks, Los Angeles Wildcats, New York Guardians, St. Louis Battlehawks, which I kind of like that name. Seattle Dragons, Tampa Bay Vipers, and the Washington Defenders. Now, all these teams are playing at either baseball stadiums, NFL stadiums, or soccer stadiums, mostly. I was looking up right before we came on the show, because I was curious. The Seattle Dragons are playing at the Seahawks. Tampa Bay Vipers are playing at the Buccaneers Stadium. Surprisingly, the Dallas Renegades are playing at the Texas Rangers Stadium. I thought maybe Jerry Jones would have...
No way.
Why not?
That's for Jerry Jones.
No? So, but yeah, and I'm going to announce it right now. I'm in support of the Seattle Dragons, just because I like the logo.
Yeah, that's actually going to probably... My two teams that I like to hear so far are the New York Guardians and the Tampa Bay Vipers.
You know what the funny part is? I believe it was the Dallas Renegades. Now, obviously me and you play NHL 19. I don't know if did you see the logos yet or no?
No, not yet. Mm-hmm.
The Dallas Renegades logo looks like the cowboy mascot that you make on Shell. Scott, after the show, look it up, and I'm telling you, it looks dead on like they ripped them off.
Right.
But this was I think this was a big step for the XFL, because pretty much now all they have to do is really hammer out the rule book and release that, have the hard copies. At the end of this year, towards the end of this year, I believe it's in October, they're going to actually have the XFL draft. They already have, I think it was this past week, Landry Jones was the first player to sign with the XFL, which I hope he's not like the face of the league.
Right.
Because he's definitely a shitty quarterback. So, I mean, are you excited for the XFL? I mean, the more closer, the more these...
What
was that?
I said after maybe the NFL is over, sure.
Oh, well, yeah, because I believe the season starts like the week after the Super Bowl. It's not going to compete with the NFL.
Right. So it's hard for me to get excited now. That and that there's no Philly team. So
yeah, I'm hoping, because I think Vince came out and said within the next 2-3 years they want to expand it to a 12-team league, and you gotta think Philadelphia's got to be one of those teams.
Well, here's how I'm a little bit upset. You have two Texas teams.
Yeah.
You couldn't throw Chicago or Philly in there instead.
Maybe there was a stadium issue that they couldn't get a stadium, set up.
Maybe
for them.
a $15 candy enough, But we'll see how it works out. I mean, any kind of football is better than no football. We proved that with Africa.
Yeah, and they actually finally got sold. I didn't read the story, but I saw the headline that they finally. Oh no, they sold the gambling license or whatever to MGM. So MGM kind of owns part of the Alliance League.
Oh, there still is the Alliance League? I'm confused.
Well, I mean, they're still paying all their creditors off and shit like that, but...
Yeah. Okay.
So, kind of stepping out of football for a second, how about I don't know if you saw this news break this past week about the Minnesota Wild hiring Scranton Wilkes-Barre's GM, assistant GM.
Oh yeah. I did see that story.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, and the funny part was he interviewed for that job last year, and they said, "Nah, that's okay," and they hired this other guy, and about halfway through the year, like, we're gonna fire you.
Right. Well, we'll see how he does.
Now
the Minnesota Wild, one of those franchises that, they don't take things lightly, and they take their hockey very seriously. So
yeah,
we'll see how he does. I wish him luck. Especially being with Wilkes-Barre Scranton for as long as he was. But
yeah. Now I'm curious twofold about this. Like, how is this going to affect the Penguins, the Big Pens, Baby Pens? Because he was one of the more talented, like, scouts, if you want to call it that. Like, bringing the young talent up. And, I mean, you look
at... affect us then.
Huh?
Said then that's absolutely going to affect us.
Yeah, but do they have someone behind him? Like, was he grooming someone maybe, hopefully? Well,
hopefully, but still the decision-making, if he was that intricate, it depends on how much he truly was involved in making those decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't teach instinct.
Yeah.
Just like you can't teach raw talent.
Yeah. And also to show you like how, I guess, well thought the Minnesota Wild thought of him. He was in the running up against Ron Hextall, the former Flyers GM,
right.
Don Waddle from the Carolina Hurricanes. Like they weren't no scrubs that they were bringing in to interview for this job either.
Right. Well, I don't know if Hextall was that much of a good candidate.
No, I understand that. I mean, I know we didn't do anything in the playoffs, but the team he inherited with the cap situation, if there was anything, he built up the farm system, plus got us, out of cap space hell or whatever the freak they call it. Plus, right. he did help find Carter Hart, so I'm still giving him credit for that one.
Sure, okay. You hold on to that, Jimbo. You hold on to that. Good.
Then we have also, so getting back to football, because I didn't know if you saw that about the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Pens being, close to home there. But getting back to some football, so we got college football starting this weekend also.
Yes, it's exciting.
And, I knew it was week one. I'm like, yes, college is back. Let's see what games are on. And I'm like, cupcake. Ooh, Florida and Miami. Cupcake. I'm like, what the frick? This isn't the first week of college football.
Yeah, usually the first official week isn't what it's cracked up to be.
Yeah. Notre Dame actually starts on a Monday. I don't know if you saw that.
Who?
Notre Dame. They start on a Monday night.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we got Louisville that week, so we'll be doing our picks there. So
right
after I did look at the schedule, and I was like, yeah, there's really other than Florida and the Miami game, there was really no other games worth looking at or picking or whatever. So I was curious to see the top 10 teams that are ranked as of right now. Clemson's at 1, which obviously. Alabama's 2, right. Georgia, then Oklahoma, Ohio State, LSU, Michigan, Florida, Notre Dame, and then Texas at number 10.
Wow.
Now, with Notre Dame, the article I was looking at, they broke down like what each team has to do to win the championship or whatever.
Right.
Notre Dame, we got Ian Book back, which, we both liked him last year. I think we were both in agreeing that Wimbush wasn't the answer. We did lose a couple strong running backs, but we do have some young running backs behind. I just think with Ian Book another year in there, as long as he stays accurate and just manages the game, I think we'll be okay. Our defense should still be good.
Well, yeah, it's Notre Dame. I mean, they should be recruiting well and have players ready to go, so I'm not too worried about it.
Now, Alabama, would you consider Alabama the Patriots of college football?
Yes, I'm not an Alabama fan at all. I know Big Hit Rob is, but...
Yeah. And even with them, they seem like they've been kind of declining the past couple of years. And, granted, it's they've been in the championship the past couple of years, but they haven't been as dominant as in the past. And with this team this year, like, typical Alabama, they don't get a real test till middle of October, which I think it's like Texas A&M. But the big question mark with them is they have a lot more new coaches on their staff.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of hoping this is the end of Alabama. I'm tired of hearing "Roll Tide, Roll Tide."
Yeah, well, I think with that fan base, though, it'll be that way even if they do suck. So, I don't know if that's going away anytime soon.
So other than Notre Dame, out of those 9 schools there, who do you think could be the big surprise to win the championship?
Well, I think LSU is going to come on strong this year. I will say I'm shocked that Texas is that high.
Yeah.
They dropped off a couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't think Penn State's going to be a joke this year. They're not in the top 10, but I think they'll surprise folks.
They're at 15 right now.
Right.
And you know what? Like I've never liked Notre Dame in the top 10, like to start off the season, because it seems like when we're in the top 10, we always get right there and we just flop at that big game and we're done for the season. But when we're like 15 to 20 and no one's really paying attention to us or whatever, that's when it seems like we come on and go up against Georgia or go up against Clemson and win it.
Right.
So I'm curious to see how
I'm going to be tough again this year.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to say my pick, other than Notre Dame, that I'm going to be like a surprise pick would be Florida. I think they've been coming on the past couple of years, and it seems like they're finally starting to put it all together now.
Right.
And so speaking of... Oh, go ahead.
Actually, I could see that.
So, speaking of Miami and Florida, like I said, they play Saturday night at 7. I'm going to watch it because I don't think there's no UFC on or whatever. And who would you go with, Miami or Florida? Florida is a 7.5-point favorite.
Huh. Well, the Hurricanes haven't been the Hurricanes in a long time, so...
Yeah.
The convicts, but... that's tough.
I can't see... I mean, I picked Florida, but I can't see them covering the spread. I think it's going to be like a 3-point game.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the Hurricanes, man. I'll take the Hurricanes just to be different.
Yeah.
And hope that they get back to fruition and they're back to their natural form.
Yeah. And I don't believe Notre Dame plays Florida, so in the end, if Miami wins, that actually would help us. I'm always week 1. What could help us to get up to number 1 so we get into the playoffs? I used to drive our buddy King nuts with that stuff.
Yeah, well, I can understand that.
So, keeping with the football talk, you want to do our way too early picks for the Eagles?
Yeah, let's fire them out there.
So this week we're only doing 2 because by this point we're up to week 14. There's 4 games left. Figure we'll do the last 2 next week, and then the following week is NFL season. Going into this week's episode, we both have 2 losses, I believe.
Okay.
I knew I should have kept writing this stuff down.
Do I have to leave Juan out of the suitcase so he can go back to the tapes?
or Steve Johnson, whichever.
He's not coming out. He's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, that's true. He might get his ass kicked by some New Jersey people down there.
Yeah, he get drowned in the ocean.
So speaking, since since you're South Philly, New Jersey, whatever you want to call it, Week 14 is the New York Giants, and Week 15 is the Washington Redskins. Now, by this point of the season with the Giants, is Daniel Jones starting?
Yeah, it's tough. It depends on how Eli does and how healthy he stays, obviously. I mean, that's stating the obvious, but
yeah.
I'm going to say no. I think they're really going to stick out Eli unless he gets hurt.
Okay. So who are you going to... Oh, and this is at home, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Eagles. I mean, I don't see the Giants doing much this year.
Yeah. I mean, they were 5-11 last year. Maybe a repeat of that. I don't see... If they improve, it's only going to be a game. Maybe they'll be 6-10 instead of 5-11. But, yeah, no, definitely the Eagles for that game there.
I'll tell you what. If the Eagles lose that one, then there's a big problem in our season. So.
Well, yeah. And you know what? The week before was the Miami Dolphins. So going to what you said last week, if we lose to Miami Dolphins, after losing to New England and Seattle, this could be a full-blown spiral out of control, for the season.
Right.
So...
It also depends on Josh McCown starting because Wentz is out.
But I think he's an okay backup. And for what he got, I mean, he's not going nowhere. I think Kessler or your buddy is going to be cut because he got
right.
$2 million guaranteed and can be worth up to $5.4 million.
Yeah, not bad.
That's yeah, exactly. It's not no chump change.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of shape he's in though after being retired.
Well, the article I was reading, they quoted him saying that he was actually coaching his son's high school football team, so he was running around with the team and everything. So as far as that aspect of it, it sounds like he's in shape. But how I always talk football shape, there's a difference. So that's
right. Also, yeah, I don't know.
That's also kind of why I want him to play at least a half to 3/4 of the game tomorrow or tonight.
I don't know if he's going to. I really don't think they're going to put him in. I'd be shocked.
I could see them starting him, and if the line just keeps breaking down, I think they'll pull him out real quick so he doesn't get hurt. And then say, Thorson.
I mean, the preseason's very vanilla anyway, but do you think he's going to have enough time to have adjusted in the offense to run a full half or 3/4?
I think so. And I think it would be more of just simple route running so he could get his timing down with the starters, just in case.
I'm predicting if he does play tonight, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
And he's going to knock off the rest.
Yeah, and I hope to God, please, Eagles fans, if he does throw 2 interceptions, don't go ballistic on the guy. Don't call for that other quarterback that we all don't want. Because if this guy gets hurt, I think we're going to be stuck with that other quarterback.
No, I heard Philly fans were in an uproar.
But yeah,
there's no way that asshole's coming here.
Yeah. And, again, like we talked about last week or the week before, if they bring Kaepernick in right off the bat, him and Malcolm Jenkins already have beef because of the Players Coalition thing. But so after Week 14 Giants, we have the Week 15 against the Washington Redskins. Now, earlier this week, it came out that Colt McCoy still is not ready to practice or play, and he even came out and said that his leg still feels weird. Like, he has the cast and everything off, but it just still feels weird. So it's looking like Casey Keenum is going to be the starter Week 1, which I believe we both picked the Eagles to win.
Right.
Who do you have this game?
I think if Case Keenum is back to his form and magic and not hurt,
okay,
we might have a tougher time than we think with that game.
Yeah. Because...
But it also depends on what Washington defense shows up.
Yeah, but with that running game, though, with Adrian Peterson and, what's the name, Geis, I think it is, that could keep some of the pressure off of Keenum and keep our defense honest with the run and pass game.
Right.
So, all right, so that was our Week 14, Week 15, way too early Philadelphia Eagles season picks. I believe to this point we would have our team, 12-2? Wow, we really are wishful thinking now. I can't see us going 14-2, but we'll see how next week's last two picks, go with that.
Right.
So you did say.
What do you think about this?
Oh, go ahead.
I want to ask you why I had you. Thinking of the talkie sense. What do you think about this new Jay-Z and NFL partnership of bullshit?
Honestly, I didn't read anything about it. I saw Jay-Z partners with NFL, I just thought that meant he's going to do all the halftime shows of Super Bowls, or has the rights to it.
No. It's all about making everything racial and, in my opinion, just going down the wrong path again.
So is Jay-Z? I'm trying to figure out how to say this, but so he's not really siding with the NFL or the owners about the kneeling, not kneeling thing. It's about that.
No, it's like partnering and trying to bridge a gap, and then use the NFL as a platform, and about police, and it's just bringing more politics, I feel, into the game of the NFL.
And you know what? Like I said, I didn't read any of the articles about it, just saw the headlines, and a day or two after it was announced that he, signed or whatever they did, Kenny Stills of the Dolphins called him a sellout. So I don't know if you saw this, but what the Dolphins did, the head coach, the next day at practice, I guess they always have music playing in the background to, simulate noise or whatever. First 8 songs were Jay-Z songs.
Nice.
I was like, oh, okay, so there must be really something going on here. But like I've always said to you, and I said it on the show a couple times, I have no problem with people showing their opinion about whatever they want to protest, whether I think it's right or wrong. But to me, there's a right time and a wrong time, and I'm not going to say when that right time is or wrong time is, because, again, we try not to get political or do that stuff. But
again, we said this is entertainment. We're sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we come here to get entertained. So, I don't know. I just don't think it's a good fit. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I think this whole country needs a lot of healing, absolutely, and we all need to start loving one another, but I just sick of everything getting thrown down our throats and everything made a mockery.
Yeah.
And I think this is just another Goodell stunt as usual.
But, well, probably, because, also I did see, our buddy A.B. Brown showed back up to practice. He still has the grievance filed against the NFL. And one of the writers at Belly Up Sports did an article about, is the NFL finally paying attention to the safety of the players? I mean, if you think about this whole situation, it kind of seems like they're finally paying attention to the players' safety. They're not singling.
Well, right.
Oops, excuse me.
But I will say that the new grievance filed was pretty clever.
It was. I mean, because he's basically saying what the NFL is doing Mickey Mouse rules.
Right.
And, you can't believe everything you see on the internet because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But everything that keeps getting put out there, it kind of sounds like that. I mean, he found a helmet that, on paper, meets all the criteria. So why did it fail? Right. And I've been watching the Hard Knocks show this past season. I didn't watch this past week because AB was supposed to show back up and stuff like that. But who I have a lot more respect for, and I'm actually pulling for now, is Derek Carr.
Oh, absolutely. I've liked him for a while now. I said that.
Yeah, and not because him as a football player, but him as a father. Just watching him with his two sons. like for example, the one scene, they're both small. They're both maybe, 3 or 4 years old, and the one kid, the one child had one of the small basketballs, whatever, and the other kid looked at Derek Carr and was like, "That's my basketball," and Derek Carr's like, "Go get it," and like the kid just looked at him like, "No, you gotta go get it." He goes, "If you want it, you gotta go get it." So he shows tough love, but yet he's genuine about the love, And then even with
sorry, my son Declan's joining the show. I don't know if you can hear him in the background.
I didn't know if that was you or if that was my kids downstairs.
No, that's Declan. He's getting ready to root for the Eagles. So.
Well, I always said to him, if you ever want to come on the show, make sure you tell Daddy to bring you.
Right. Working on it. He's working on his, I guess, best screaming impressions. And what's funny, he's still better than Juan. Hey,
Hey, does Juan know that we're not paying for his trip?
Yeah, he hasn't had much of a trip. That's funny. So, yeah, he's not having a good time down here. Little sneaky bastard. So.
All right. So you did say you're, obviously down in New Jersey for vacation, stuff like that. You said there's a lot of Eagles fans down there?
Yeah, thinking about taking a step outside. Maybe we'll get a couple live interviews with some people. What do you think?
No, I think that'd be pretty cool. I mean, we usually get South Philly Johnny here, but let's get a different Eagles perspective.
All right, stay tuned, Sportsters. I'm out here live in Avalon, New Jersey. Walking the streets here. I got a good breeze. Hopefully you can hear that nice ocean breeze going on here and the humming of the air conditioners. But here's a nice guy. Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
You got a couple minutes to talk to me?
Sure.
I'm part of Stay Tuned Sports. It's a podcast. I see you got your Eagles hat on. What's your name?
Wayne.
Wayne, nice to meet you, Wayne. So you're a big Eagles fan?
Huge.
Into football, loving all that?
Love it.
Good. So excited about the game tonight, obviously. It's almost kickoff time. Eagles-Ravens, how you feeling?
Confident as always.
Confident? Good. Yeah, it's the preseason. I get it. That's the way the South Jersey works down here, But, so you looking forward to, McCown possibly playing tonight? You want to see him, or do you think he's not going to be ready?
I don't think he's going to be ready.
Yeah, I don't think he is either, but it is a vanilla offense, so maybe he'll get a good shot and good try at this. So, we'll see. But, I got Jimbo here with us, and we're talking, and it's been a good time.
What about Deshaun Jackson? Do you want to see him play tonight?
Of course I do. I mean, I loved him when he played with us the first time before he left. But he always makes big plays. He always breaks 90-yarders. So
yeah.
I like to see what he's got left in the tank.
I would agree with that. I want to see what his reaction is. I want to see his obviously, I don't want to see him get hurt.
Yeah.
Right. But I do want to see his flair. It'll be nice to see that come back, But I know with me, Jimbo, and I know it's been a topic of our conversation. Let me get a live introspect here. What's your concern level with Carson Wentz this year?
That he's going to get injured again.
Right. I mean, is there a real fear there still? Do you think it was fluke? Do you think he's ready to go?
I don't think he'll ever be what he was before he was hurt.
Right. I mean, it's a possibility. He's young though.
True.
Are you more worried about the back giving out again or the knee?
The knee. Yeah, I'm more worried about his knee.
See,
he's a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
Part of it.
And see, I'm more worried about the back.
See, I'm not. I agree, but I think when it comes to Carson Wentz, you look at all the greats like Steve Young and them who were very mobile.
Yeah.
When they got their most success, they learned how to be mobile only when necessary and get that pocket presence and that command of the offense. And I think once Carson matures, it's going to help him out a little bit. And he's got to get this chip off his shoulder of not winning the Super Bowl and just be Carson.
Yeah. And I mean, he did make the quote this past week. I guess someone asked him, are you going to still run as much as you used to? And he said, if I don't have to run, why would I run? So maybe he's starting to learn that aspect of it.
Right. I mean, you can't stop fate. You can't stop luck,
Yeah.
Injuries, let's face it, they're freak accidents. So,
yeah.
But, again, it is what it is. I think we also got to look at is Alshon going to be healthy? He's been battling a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Our offensive line, we all know it takes one good offensive line to go down. Yep. There goes your season.
Yep.
Yeah. We do have good depth. We have a good defense. But, I mean, we are suffering injuries already. So it'll be a good test. I am good ready to see, being so close to Maryland down here in Delaware, with the Ravens. No hatred towards them, really, but I like to see a good win.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how are you enjoying your time down here in Avalon? You guys come down here often?
Yeah, we came down with a bunch of friends, great group of people.
Yeah.
Weather's been great.
It has been.
And we got an Eagles game tonight.
How can it get any better, brother?
So
let me on a Thursday.
Right.
Let me ask you, what do you think our record is going to be at the end of the season?
I'm going to say 12-4.
I could see that.
I think we're going to be 12-4.
Winning the division?
Right. 12-4. I think we're about that too.
Yeah.
Our picks.
Do you think we win the division, or do we sneak in with the wild card?
No, I think we win the division. I don't think the Cowboys have what it takes. I don't think the Giants are going to stay together. So I think we're going to.
Like Jerry Jones said, Zeke who?
Yeah, I think we'll win the division.
So yeah, I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, I'm feeling confident.
Well, buddy, I don't want to hold you up. I know you got your family and stuff, but how about we get one of those chants going? You ready? Do it.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
You heard it from us live, folks. Enjoying Avalon, enjoying these Eagle fans. Good to see you, brother.
Hey, thank you.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
Hey, thanks.
All right, stay tuned. So that was Wayne, and that was a fun time. Let me keep walking here. I see a guy across the street with a Cowboys jersey. I'm just going to puke here. But, hey, you got an Eagles hat on. And Tampa Bay, I can't see that. So, hey, buddy, my name is Bernie. I'm with Stay Tuned Sports. They call me O'Brien. How you doing today?
All right, how are you?
You got a couple minutes to talk to us?
Sure.
All right, Stay Tuned Sports Podcast live here in Avalon, New Jersey. So, Eagles fan, obviously?
Die hard.
So, Eagles-Ravens tonight, buddy. Are you excited?
I'm pretty excited. I don't know if we'll see Wentz out there, but I'm excited.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you were. How about McGowan? Do you think he's going to be out there today?
I think so, yeah.
So, how much time would you like to see him play?
At least a quarter or two.
Right. I think with the vanilla offense, we're hoping for 3. I like to see him get some work in. But then we also said, what if he gets hurt?
Yeah, with the injury stuff.
Everybody gets hurt. Anybody can get hurt on any play. So
yeah.
Right.
But the good news is we just got the best backup quarterback in the league again.
Right. I can see that. I can see McGowan being up there. We'll see.
He's up there.
All right, we'll see.
He's got experience. That's a good thing.
So let me ask you something real quick. With Wentz not playing tonight, would you play him at all this preseason, or just let him sit it out and stay healthy for the regular season?
I would let him sit it out and stay healthy for the regular season. He knows what he's doing. He knows the offense.
Yeah.
I put him in.
Yeah.
It seems like the consensus of what everybody's looking for. And does that come back to, are you really afraid this season for him to get hurt? Do you think it's a possibility? So you're
of course it's a possibility for everybody
but do you feel it,
No, I feel it's an MVP year, to be honest with you.
Good.
I like this guy.
With the Eagles and the Ravens.
I think the Eagles 27-20.
Nice. I like that.
All right.
I like that a lot. You got anything else for this fine individual, Jimbo?
Yeah, who else on the offense are you looking forward to seeing?
I'm looking forward to seeing Deshaun Jackson back out there today.
Right.
And Alshon Jeffrey's on the field at the same time, along with Ertz. And Miles Sanders. I think Miles Sanders, by week 2 or 3, is going to wind up being the starting running back.
I agree. I was high on him when we picked him. I was excited myself. Yeah. I mean, Jimbo, we had these conversations a long time,
Yeah, and you know what? I don't like college, rookie running backs starting very soon down if he started in the beginning of the season. I would like to see Philly slowly bring him into the starting role.
I agree, and I think Deuce Daly does a great job of mixing and matching everything there sure.
I love Deuce. Deuce is awesome.
Deuce is the
man. Who doesn't like to get a deuce? I mean. All right, buddy. Well, you're down here in Avalon. How's the weather for you this week?
The weather was fantastic.
Are you enjoying your time down here with your family?
Enjoying my time, except for staring at these Cowboy fans.
Well, I've seen one, but he doesn't look very bright. Why don't we get one of those chants going? You ready?
All right.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Well, that's Alan, everybody. It's nice talking to you, buddy. You know what? We'll keep rolling. I'm going to walk over to this slow-looking guy. He doesn't have a jersey on, but he does have a Dallas Cowboys shirt on. Hi, sir. How are you? Hey, Shoulders O'Brien with the Stay Tuned Sports Podcast. You got a minute to talk?
Yeah, sure, Shoulders.
Okay. Well, we talk a lot to different fans, so we'll get your idea here. Obviously, we're not going to talk Eagles with you, but the big controversy down there in Dallas. You're a Dallas fan, I'm guessing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your name? It's not a hard question, Dad. There you go with Dallas Cowboys fans, folks. Let me try that again with him. What's his name? All right, his name is Jeff. Jeff from Dallas Cowboys fan here. Like I said, folks, they're not the brightest.
I was going to say that.
But what's your feelings with the Zeke holdout?
The Zeke holdout is god-awful. I don't think he's going to come back this year, but if he does, I'd be excited. And if he doesn't, we still got Tony Pollard, the rookie. We saw an Alfred Morris.
I was going to say, you more excited for Morris, or do you want the rookie?
I think I want to see the rookie. I mean, but Morris could help him.
Right.
Goal line stand, stuff like that. So
if Zeke doesn't come back this season, what's your thoughts? Do you want him back the next season? If
I don't want him back. I don't want him back. I think he should get traded away like
Le'Veon Bell.
Bell.
Right, Le'Veon. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a Dallas fan, but we try to keep it peaceful.
Yeah.
I think the funny comment with Jerry Jones saying Zeke, we're all laughing about that.
Yeah.
And then Zeke, but I mean, my thing is this, man. I know he's on your team, and I would say if he was on the Eagles or not, if you dress like a clown, you have hair like a clown, and you act like a clown, how do you expect somebody not to treat you like a clown?
Right. Then you are a clown.
Exactly.
And,
I'm really upset about that.
Right.
I kind of liked him as a player, but I just think as a human being, he has a lot to learn, and the way he's acting right now is not.
So do you think you are happy in the fact that they should put their focus towards Dak and keeping Amari Cooper happy?
I agree. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what I'm focusing on. Let's get the passing game down. We got a lot of good receivers. Jason Witten's back, in the passing game. So, we don't even need Zeke, but obviously he's a good player if he does come back. I mean, I'll accept him, but
right.
If he doesn't, I won't be upset either.
All right, buddy. Well, I mean, I appreciate your time. You watching the preseason tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a watch. I play fantasy football, so I like to check out all the players and see how they're going to do.
Good.
And
hey,
Shoulders.
So
let me ask one more question.
Down here in Avalon? You liking Avalon, New Jersey?
I'm liking Avalon. Too many Eagles fans.
I know. I was saying that. Yeah. I was saying it seems like a little South Philly here.
I just don't like that. But
hey, Shoulders.
Yes, buddy. Go ahead.
I got one more question for the Cowboy fan. Does he think Prescott is really worth $35 million a year?
Yeah, that's tough. He's looking to the sky.
That's a tough one. I want to say honestly, probably not.
Okay.
Is he worth at least the 30 that they offered him? I mean, I would take that. If I was him. He showed some ups and downs, I guess, so far, and but he's not, he's no Tom Brady or nothing like that. So I mean, I don't think he deserves a ton of money.
I know Eagles fans want him to stay there.
Yeah, I would love to see Dallas pay him $40 million a year. That'd be my biggest Christmas gift.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
I know, but we don't have any backup quarterbacks.
Exactly.
So, kind of like back shoulders.
It's a beautiful plan.
All right, well, I'm going to have to let this guy go. Being a Dallas fan, he didn't even know his name. His family's confused. He's confused. So I don't want him to get beat up out here in Avalon. So, but, hey, buddy, thank you for your time.
Thanks for being on the show.
All right, stay tuned, Sportsters. That's it for me down here. I'm starting to draw a crowd. I'm going to start talking to you people out there, maybe make some new fan friends, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the time down here in Avalon, Jimbo.
All right, bud. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I think I'm done on my side here. We talked about everything we want to talk about. I'm excited about the XFL.
Right.
I want to get off of here so we could watch the preseason game tonight, at least for a little while. So I will see you next week, Shoulders, hopefully back in Pennsylvania. But
remember, ST Sports O'Brien on Twitter, buddy.
And you can follow the show at ST Sports Podcast, myself at Jimbo ST Sports. Head over to YouTube. I'm slowly getting the videos up to date. I added 2 or 3 this past week. Head over to the Facebook page, like and share there. When you go to our Twitter page, go to the pin tweet. We have the Teespring shirts there. Purchase them. Till next week, this is your good friend Jimbo.
This is Shoulders O'Brien, folks. Stay safe.
Signing out.